Do bonfire roasted hot dogs make your mouth water? Let me tell you about the time that one of them almost became my last hot dog ever. Here's my story. Now everyone knows that there's a certain magic in the crackling warmth of a bonfire. That wonderful smell of the burning wood, and the popping sound the logs make as they burn slowly. Our elderly neighbors down the road, Clara and Arvid, would periodically host a bonfire to thank our family for all the chores that we did for them throughout the year. And let me tell you, as a kid, those bonfires were a blast. You'd run around collecting sticks from the woods, finding anything you could to throw into that fire so you could watch it burn. That was entertainment back in those days. There was no internet. But the real treat came when it was time to eat. That's when you realized that all the hot dogs had already been cooked for you. You didn't have to do anything. They'd already been perfectly roasted over the open fire, just waiting for you to grab one, choke it down, and run back into the woods to find more stuff to burn. Now, normally, roasting your own hot dog was part of the ritual. First, you'd have to find a stick that was sturdy enough so that it wouldn't fall into the fire. You'd have to go to Dad to get the knife so you could whittle the end off into a point. You'd spear the hot dog onto the stick and hold it just close enough to the fire to hear it sizzle, making your mouth water. The aroma of that roasting meat byproduct would fill your nose with a smoky smell. You'd keep a careful eye on it till it reached that perfect balance of charred outside but yet juicy inside. But this time it was even better because there was no work required. The hot dogs were already roasted. Just grab a bun, slap a wiener in it, and dig in. It was simple, satisfying, and tasted like the great outdoors. Utterly mouth-watering. But as I was halfway through my second hot dog, I noticed that my sister, who normally loved hot dogs, wasn't eating any. So curious, I sidled up to her and asked her,
"Hey sis, what's going on? Why aren't you eating any hot dogs?"
She wrinkled her nose and whispered,
"I didn't like the way that Arvid was cooking them." "What do you mean? What was the problem?" "He used his manure fork from the barn so that he could roast multiple hot dogs at once, and I didn't see him clean it before he used it."
I stared at her with my second half-eaten hot dog in my hand. The thought of it being roasted on a manure fork straight from the barn turned my stomach. I threw it into the fire, ran into the woods, and never, ever ate a hot dog from those bonfires again. Some memories aren't as magical as they seem, like hot dogs roasted over an open fire on a barn-fresh manure fork. Do you have a funny bonfire story? If so, I'd love to hear about it. Drop it in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe, hit the thumb, hit the bell, and as always, sincerely, thank you for watching.